Hello everyone, this is MegaMan217, and this is yet another test recording just to double check on something in particular. Again, running Swagbucks in the background, and just trying to see how well this does in terms of overall performance, even with that in mind. If it's gonna all tab me out of the window or stuff like that, and nobody's basically gonna be interrupting like before, like no special guest stars all of a sudden like before, so it's literally just gonna be me this time, I think anyway. Okay, so what we want to do is reset the game after having loaded up this particular file. And yeah, I'm gonna do new game here. Now it's already set to easy still, because that file I had was after I had unlocked hard mode, then beat hard mode, then beat easy mode, and then just had to load up the easy mode file to be able to access whatever difficulty I wanted. And then, of course, now then.
Still running. Great.
It's kind of funny that the reactor from this particular ruins is a bit of focus this early on in the game, because it's a key item, but yet it doesn't really do anything in the later end of the game. Like, it's only important for like the tutorial and all that. I guess it just goes to show what to expect from the later subgates and all the other places you go, and once we get to Catalog's Island. Guess just to show you what you're in for, I guess.
I'm okay, Roll. Everything's all right here.
Don't count your chickens yet. I'm picking something up on my screen. Looks like a Reaver bot. You'd better get out of there. Come on.
Right. You see anything? Let me know. Here we go!
And here we go. Now then, I just gotta make sure all the controls are exactly as I remember having set it to. But first, there are some perks we need to activate, since this is easy mode after all. Okay. Now, this is just going to be as long as this individual dungeon lasts in the actual game, so I'm just going to record for mostly the duration of this particular dungeon overall in the actual game, so... Okay. Nope.
Turn right there.
Try to grab as virtually everything as I can, even though I'm probably not going to be really needing it. So.
Can you see a door nearby? Where are you going, MegaMan? I don't... Maybe...
And of course, this is a bit of a bonus area in this particular part of the early dungeon, just to showcase how dangerous some areas can be if you're not aware of what new areas look like and all.
Do you see a door?
Okay.
Watch out, there's...
Did I get the other one that fast? I don't recall having been in range, but I could have sworn there were 3 of them in here. Maybe I'm misremembering it? It's been a while since I've done the new game, the new the tutorial and all that, so considering we never come back to this tiny little outlet of an island ever again, so like Calox Island basically becomes the home of the characters at that point, after this point in the game overall. She only really says this particular one, funnily enough, if you take too long getting up to that platform, but I was just doing so to fill up the squares on the map. Like, cause see, well actually if I were to go back you'd get a better idea of what I mean by that, but I'll just go back here real quick and show you exactly what I mean. So this is the complete map of the first room in this particular gate, so we've already been there, done that, so let's keep on going forward. And as you can see, as we entered this room, because of what I was doing earlier, the first little small part of this particular room is the only thing we can see. But as we go forward, and making sure don't forget about this. Now, because I don't have the vacuum arm right away, I'm probably not going to manage to grab all these, so that's going to be alright, I guess, so. But as you can see, Zenny is worth more than it was in the actual normal or hard mode, because for once, hard mode actually makes it so currency you find and stuff like that is actually more, you need more of it in order to actually get the same overall worth as what you'd get in either normal or easy mode. Normal mode has the Zenny be at its normal base value. Hard mode at a more you need, Zenny's not worth as much as hard mode. Zenny's worth more in easy mode. It should be as simple as that. Why do I have trouble saying it like that? Like, I don't know. I don't understand myself at times. Yeah, I already know what this is gonna give me, so that's gonna be completely redundant considering what silly me. Okay, so you'll notice more of the map's filled out, as I mentioned earlier, so that's taken care of fine and dandy there.
MegaMan,
so this is the first mini-boss of this particular game, so technically it would be a boss outright, but considering we have to Buster Max due to this being easy mode, you'll see why I just called a mini-boss at this point. Don't know why I didn't just stay still and shoot at it like I do with most other enemies I deal with in easy mode overall, I guess I got into a zone of trying to strafe around it like I do in normal or hard mode for that matter. Now, this does make me wonder how exactly it does get up the elevator that happens next, but I'm actually going to do myself a favor and actually just skip right out of that, because I'm actually kind of curious to see how I'd handle this on a... Okay, nope. Reset game. Reset. Now then, let's go for a bit of an actual challenge.
MegaMan.
So I'm gonna make this video a little bit extra long, just because I feel like it, I guess, and mainly to showcase I am not really joking when I say I've done this on hard mode, so... Okay, so you'll notice the jet skates didn't start with that like I do in easy mode, because that's an easy mode exclusive thing. And if you go to find the parts for the jet skates in easy mode, you'll actually find the chests there still, but they're already open. See, now that's only worth like 50 zenny. That's like pocket change of stuff. Isn't really worth all that much in this particular game, not unless it's for like the smaller.
Right there.
Okay. Okay. See, now that gave you a good view of what this map looked like before you do all the exploration of this floor overall. Like,
Can you see a door nearby?
you'll notice me using the lock-on more so than I did in easy mode, because one false moves and these enemies could very much do me in and all that. Like,
Where are you going, Meg? I don't. Maybe. Be careful, MegaMan. It looks like they've got you surrounded.
they do, but yeah, that's my V there.
MegaMan, are you alright?
Just a tiny bit scratched up, but nothing too much I can figure out on my own.
Do you see a door? It's.
Okay, so first floor covered, so, well, actually not entirely just yet. So still gotta deal with these guys here. See, there are 3 of them. Like, for some reason, I must have obliterated at least the other 2. Right in one foul swoop, or maybe friendly fire got on. Yeah, see, apparently friendly fire is a thing in this game. Like, yeah, that one blew up on its own. The later ones, I don't think the later ones do that at all. Not unless these particular ones always had a tendency to do that, but also to demonstrate what exactly I meant by that. Okay. Fill up the map, because that's just a bit of a quirk of mine, is just to fill up the map so I know exactly where I'm going on any particular place. Like, you'll notice I had, like... Go here first. Now, you'll notice the large refractor cube did not have anywhere near as much refractors in it this time around, as opposed to what it had on easy mode, which was like a giant plethora of treasure and all that. So, and it is nowhere near as much as what it would have had on normal mode either. So this guy could actually be a potential problem if I don't deal with this guy soon, as opposed to... Oh, wait, that's right. I keep forgetting it's an actual thing, but they actually can be damaged by their own artillery weapons and all that. So, assuming it's of the kind that it can actually get in range of hitting them as well. Like, I keep forgetting that's an actual thing. Sometimes their own weaponry can actually be used to damage them if you get them in the right place. Okay. So I believe the zenny amount in the treasure chest is still the same, regardless of what difficulty you're playing on. And I'm not going to make that mistake again like I did last time. So actually equip this time, because that's actually going to give me a bit of an edge against the first, now more of a proper boss, considering it won't be a flat-out curb stomp like it was before.
MegaMan, I'm showing a large blip in front of you. Probably a Reaver bot. Be careful. Huh? MegaMan, can you hear me? I'm losing you. The transmission's breaking.
Roll? Are you alright? Can you hear me?
I don't know why, I just felt like letting that one play out for some reason. Now then, this is where my strafing I mentioned earlier is actually going to come into play. Like, I gotta make sure I simultaneously don't go too far ahead. Like, you also notice he has significantly more HP than he did on easy mode. And that's not simply because I have a weaker buster overall here, so... That is something that is a legit thing he has, is more HP. Like, I'm gonna skip this scene, I'll let the other two play out, but... Whether or not I actually do anything regarding that, regarding this game as an overall playthrough for this channel, that remains to be seen. I'll just do myself a bit of a favor. If I do, I'll at least have this video here as a bit of a placeholder for when and if I do an actual full-on Let's Play of this game.
After being underground for so long. I wonder where Roll went. No way.
Yeah, this is what I was referring to when I mentioned how did this guy manage to fit up here, because if you saw that room, the doors were a little far too small for this giant guy to get through. Although him still being operational is not all that surprising, at least on normal and hard mode, considering what damage MegaMan's Buster can do in this particular part of the game overall. But on easy mode with the Buster Max, I can understand why it should have been flat out eviscerated if anything.
Hold on! We're taking off!
Roger!
And if you're wondering, a later improved version of this particular Reaverbot's model appears later in the game. And this particular model does not have any sort of ranged attack whatsoever, so that's why it doesn't even bother to attack while we're trying to get away with the flutter. Okay.
Phew. Nice timing, Roll.
Anytime, MegaMan. I'm sorry, MegaMan. I had some engine problems, and...
It's okay, Roll. But I'm glad you showed up when you did.
all's well that ends well, right? And we were able to get a refractor. We should be able to get by with that for a while. If only the mother lode were as easy to find as this.
Don't worry, we'll find it someday. And your parents, too.
Thanks. I know we will.
Oh, the engine's overheating. The smoke's so thick I can barely see.
What? I guess the flutter's in worse shape than I thought.
Roll, the number 5 feeder's going crazy. She can't take much more of this.
Gramps, can you open up the number 11 valve again?
Got it.
We'd better find some place to set down. MegaMan, check the map.
There's an island called Cadilloc's about 100 miles southwest.
Good. Check.
And now we make our dynamic little entry on Cadilloc's Island. And by that I mean a crash and burn, considering the flutter won't be operational again until like 2 major ruins altogether we go through and explore.
Down here. Can somebody
And one particularly pain in the neck boss I have to deal with
I see it.
in the second of which of those ruins, and some very, very painful enemies for me to deal with, regardless of the difficulty. That
right?
it also give me a bit of trouble with that particular ruin set altogether. Like,
Looks like we made it. This looks pretty bad. I don't think it'll be safe to set foot in here for quite a while.
Been pushing her so hard. Haven't been taking good enough care of her. We'll just have to fix her up.
Looks like the repairs aren't going to be finished anytime soon. We'll be here for a while, I guess. This island, what do you call it, MegaMan? Cattle Locks? Must have a town or a city somewhere. Think you could go take a look around?
I would, but time's nearly about up for this particular episode. This was a recording test after all, so I'm just gonna, yeah, I'll save data here, so I just have a reference point of what to do and all that. So that took 11 minutes. So with that in mind, I think this is where we'll end off. So, okay. So, with that being said, this has just been yet another recording test, and this has been MightyFan217. Feel free to let me know whether you'd want to see me do hard mode or easy mode in the comments, and I'll be sure to decide accordingly which one I do proper in the Let's Play overall. So, I'll see you next time.